the host now. I'll be here as the co-host of this class.
Sounds great. Thanks, Ken. You're all set up as co-host.
Perfect.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
That's good.
Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Nelda. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
That's great. Hi, Debbie.
Morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good.
Good. Hope everybody's Saturday is off to a good start.
Scott, could you just say something?
Yeah.
I'm
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you know how I adjust my volume? I hooked my computer to my TV, so I'm on the big screen, but I only have the computer volume. I don't have the TV volume. Is it a simple way to make it louder on the TV?
It's probably going to have to be making it louder. I'm not sure if there's a volume button on Zoom, but it may be that you're gonna have to adjust the volume on your computer to get it to be louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because when I cast to my TV, I can adjust it with my TV volume.
I have you on high on my computer, but it's still low.
But it's still low.
Okay. Say something else. I'm using the other.
Okay.
The other remote.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Wow. Too bad we can't do subtitles.
Sign language.
Yeah.
Nope, it's not working. I'm sure it has to do something on my TV. I just don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Debbie, I think we're working on a class on casting to the TV. So,
good.
I'm working on that with Wade. So maybe we'll find an answer to that eventually.
Good. Okay.
Good morning.
How high is your volume set on get set up on your end?
What's that?
How high is your volume on your computer where you are?
It's at the normal decibel that I always have it at. Is everybody else able to hear me okay? Yeah.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Okay, great. Good morning to everybody. Hi, Shirley. Okay. Lots of people popping in. Just want to let everybody know too. I don't know if Ken can help you, Debbie, at all, but my colleague Ken is here and he can help with any technical problems you're having with Zoom, or at least we'll do our best to do that. And he'll also be helping me monitor the chat for any questions that come in there. And so pop us a question in the chat if you need anything, and we'll be happy to help out. Okay. All right. I think we're about 9:34, so I will go ahead and get us started. Great to see everybody this morning. I see a lot of familiar faces, but just checking to see if anybody is brand new to Get Set Up. Is anybody taking a class with us for the first time?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Teresa
okay.
Matthews.
Well, welcome, Teresa. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. And welcome back to everybody who is a Get Set Up upperclassman. And we'll go ahead and have some fun here. Let me go ahead and share my screen and get us started here. Okay. So this should be a lot of fun if you're interested in creating your custom design, some custom design clothes. Just a little bit about me. I live in Silver Spring, Maryland. That is right outside of Washington, D.C. Right now, we have some natural conditions that inspired me to make a t-shirt, which I'll show you today. And in addition to serving as a Get Set Up guide, I do some freelance writing and photography, and I also dabble in some graphic design. I've made my own t-shirts, sweatshirts, and even face masks, both for myself and as gifts for other people. So I'll walk you through some of the sites that I've discovered that allow you to do this. And I love being here on Get Set Up. I love the interactive learning that our platform fosters and the community building mission. It's great to see familiar faces. And I also really love meeting new people on here. So this has just been a great privilege. And we are here to help you learn all kinds of useful skills from people like you. All of our guides are older adults as well. So we face some of the same learning curves with technology. And we also like to share with you new information about health, nutrition, media, you name it. We learn from each other. It's great if we can see you on camera. That way we can build more of a social connection. So if you're comfortable with that, feel free to turn on your video so we can see your face. And we are recording this session in addition to streaming it live. So if you would like a recording of the session, we do that for quality control purposes mainly, but we also make the recordings of each session available to you. So feel free to email us at help@getsetup.io, and we'll provide that to you on demand. So just let us know if you'd like a recording after we're done today. And if you are joining by live stream, welcome. Happy to have you watching along. I encourage you in the future to register for a class, and that way you can interact with the other learners, ask questions directly to the guide. It's a really fun experience. And lastly, Get Set Up isn't paid to promote any specific products. So any of the websites that I mentioned today, the services are not meant to be touted as advertisements, but just simply information for you to do something really fun. So what we'll talk about today is some online services that help you create your own designs. And then we'll go through some simulations. We'll start, I'll just walk through some demonstrations of creating a custom designed t-shirt or sweatshirt, other types of clothing you can make, I'll point out. And then we'll talk about ordering what you make, which is pretty simple. So if there is anything else that you are interested in learning about today, we're a relatively small group. Anybody want to share anything they're interested in learning how to create? Any theme for a t-shirt or clothing you're interested in making? Yeah, Pam.
I have a mini family reunion in September, so I
Yeah.
thought it'd be fun to make t-shirts for that.
That's a great idea. Yeah. What's really nice is a lot of these do allow you to do bulk orders for something like that. So that would be perfect. Yeah. Yeah, Debbie.
Also, pets. Pets are my favorite thing.
So does that mean you want to make a t-shirt for your pet or a t-shirt for yourself with a pet on it?
Oh, it's a t-shirt for my pet. That'd be cool.
Okay. That's
It's
great.
a baby onesie or twosie and
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Great idea. Okay. All righty. Well, let's see what we can do here. All right. Whoa, went too fast here. So here are some of the things that you can create on some of the websites I'm going to show you. And in addition to t-shirts and sweatshirts, you can do hoodies. You can even do polos and caps, team jerseys. If you are a member of, say, whether it's a softball team or just a bridge club or something like that, you can make team jerseys or club jerseys, something like that. You can do jackets and vests, even uniforms, and yes, face masks. I actually started creating and selling some face masks back about, I guess, about a year ago when the pandemic was in full force and people were really scrambling to get face masks. And who knows, we may be still wearing those for some time to come. So here are some of the services online, and many of them also have mobile apps that you can use if you would rather just do this on your tablet or your smartphone. In the class notes that I will send you afterward, I'll have a list of this entire list with links to the websites. But these are really fun to just log on to and play around with. Just a heads up that some of them do kind of require a minimum order in terms of number of t-shirts. Some of them will allow you to create just one. Others, depending on the type of product you're making, they may say you have to order a minimum of 6. So Pam, in your case, that might be fine for something like a reunion. But if you're just designing something for yourself or for an individual person, or in Debbie's case, for their pet, you can use some of these just to do that. Some of these also will allow you to create something that will help you, that you can sell. Zazzle is one of those. So yeah, Debbie.
Do any of these allow you to download them and print them to your own printer?
That's a good question. I think some of them do, but I don't know, depending on what you're trying to make. I don't know if you want to just send that to another, say like a local t-shirt shop or something like that. A lot of these are not the traditional silk screen that we used to get all the time. The quality is better than that. They're printed right into the cloth, and so they last longer. The designs last longer. And I kind of like that because I can create something that will, I know is gonna last for quite a while, and I tend to avoid shopping like the plague. So when I create something, I want it to last. Okay. So one of them that I really like is Zazzle. And then Cafe Press is another big one, and Spreadshirt as well. And when you go to these, I'll show you, some of them look like they're really for hipsters. Spreadshirt in particular, you open up the website and you'll see there are these, nice, very attractive young people on there, and they have everything from, hip sayings that young people are saying today. But if you can get past that, don't feel intimidated by that. There are a lot of things you can create that are really fun. And I'll just point out a few others here too before I get online and walk through some of these. There are places that are specifically designed to create and sell apparel. We may create a separate class on this at some point, but one of them is Teespring. That is where I went to create my face masks. It says Teespring makes you think t-shirts, but they do all kinds of other products as well. And I just created these custom designed, I created my own designs on Photoshop and uploaded them there. And but you can do that with photos or anything else and create your own face masks, t-shirts, caps, all kinds of things. Redbubble is another one. Some of these are sort of like Etsy, except they're a little easier to use than Etsy in that you don't have to do any of the fulfillment. It's all taken care of for you. All you have to do is upload the design. They do take a cut of whatever you sell, but you know, if you're just looking for a little side hustle, it's kind of fun to have a little bit of income coming in. Sell My Tees is another one. And then Bonfire, I have used for fundraisers. I actually was working with a nonprofit and created for them, working with somebody who volunteered with that organization, a design that we uploaded and sold to raise money. And they're specifically geared for that. They take about 50% of whatever you make, but it's still a nice way to take a lot of the hassle out of a fundraiser. If you have to really aim for volume, but you can do it that way. So let's open up one of these. And I think the first one I'm going to go to is Zazzle. And when you open up this site, this is sort of the granddaddy of them. It's been around for quite a long time. I started playing around with Zazzle probably about 15 or more years ago. And I created a couple of designs on there for like cartoony type things that I created on Photoshop. One of them was a little, I don't know if it's still in here somewhere, easy to find, but a little penguin. This was for a holiday card, and the penguin was holding up a peace sign, and it was like peace on earth or something like that. And I created that for holiday cards. To this day, I sell at least one of those a year on here. That thing has been just sitting there. I completely forget about it until December every year, and one or two people buy it still to this day. So you can have things on there. It's not going to create a whole lot of passive income, but it's still nice to know that somebody was interested in buying something I made. That aside, let's just walk through creating actual clothing. If you go up here to, and I'm already signed up here. You can see I've got an account, which you can set up via email or just inputting your email and setting up a username and password. I think I went in through Facebook or something like that, but you can go to here and it shows you all the different things you can make, which range from home and personal care. You can apply designs to electronics, but we're talking about clothing and accessories. So you go in here, and here we go with clothes. So let's say that for this one, I'm going to go to men because I've been thinking about a t-shirt that I want to design. And I'll tell you what I'm interested in. So here I've got some options. I've got sweatshirts. Their t-shirts are pretty inexpensive. I have not gone out to a store to buy a sweatshirt in a really long time. So I don't know how reasonable this $38 price is for a hoodie, but for a t-shirt, I don't think this is too bad, especially if it enables me to make it myself and I get a 15% off. But let's say that I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create myself a new t-shirt. And I think I'm just going to make it white, but you've got a bunch of different colors you can try out here. Maybe I'll make it gray. I'm going to go with this gray. And so I had decided I was going to do something fun based on something that we have been enduring here in the Washington, D.C. area, and probably other parts of the mid-Atlantic are going through this too. So here we go. I am going to first add an image. And these are some photos that I have uploaded. And I can upload them directly from my phone or just go to my computer. And anything I have sitting on my computer, I just click on it if it's an image, and I can just upload it straight to this website and it'll flow in like that. But I'm actually not going to do a picture. What I want to do is go here and play with some of the icons. So I'm going to use, I can go through here and just browse. So Debbie, here is where you could go in and find a dog to make something fun like that. If you wanted to upload a picture of your pet, you could do that. But the one I was just thinking about this morning when I was getting ready for this class is cicadas. And the reason being is we are inundated right now here in Maryland with these cicadas that only come out every 17 years, and they are everywhere. You walk outside and they're crawling down your shirt. They come out for about 6 weeks to 2 months. They mate, they die, and their offspring burrow into the ground and stay there for 17 years and come out again. So I wanted to put something together that said I survived the cicadas of 2021. I think they're known as brood X. So I am going to put this on a t-shirt, and I can control the size if I want, just by going to scale. If I wanted to rotate it a little bit, I could do that. And there are more options here. And I can add then some text. Stop there, and then I can say, I survived brood X. And it brings this in. You can sort of eyeball here in the corner whereabouts everything is going to sit on the shirt. I can move this up, and maybe I want to work with the font here, but you can do everything. You can work on the letter spacing, and see here, I can squeeze it in a little bit if I want. I can even curve it a little bit if I want, like that. Really fun stuff here. And I can change the color if I want, but I can also go ahead and change the font. So I can just scroll down here. Maybe I want to look for something kind of scary. Since these things are a little bit on the scary side, maybe I'll go with something like that. And here, now I can change the color of this too if I want to. You can see here, if I wanted to go with, say, maybe a green and keep my text that same color, I could go with something like that. You get to preview it. There's my shirt. And from there, I am good to go. I can also adjust the size of this. Maybe I want to reduce the text a little bit in size. Oh, it's not. All right. And from there, I can then just hit done. And I've got my shirt all ready to go. I can leave it in here if I want and come back to work on it later. It will not disappear. I would have to deliberately go in and delete this. But if I'm ready to order it, I just add it to my cart. Here it's telling me I forgot to pick a size. So I'm going to put medium, and I am ready to add to my cart, and I can order it. So I can view it and check out. It will just walk me through the whole payment process, and I'm good to go.
Are you going to sell those, Scott?
You know what? I might. I hadn't thought about it. I mean, it's funny. I was really just doing this as a demo, but there are probably a number of people. If I have to tell you, these cicadas are the hot topic of conversation right now. If I go on Facebook, everybody is showing pictures of these cicadas that are, sitting on their trees and things like that. So I probably could, and I could probably make a little bit of money, but I hadn't even thought that far ahead.
How much would you sell that for?
They would probably set the price for me. So I think it would be $17.45 that I could sell this at. And then I got to be honest with you, don't expect if you do this to make a lot of money, because Zazzle in particular takes a huge chunk of the sale. I think I mentioned those things that I have had sitting on Zazzle for a while. I think I've made a grand total of about $5 over 15 years. So, it's a volume game. If you really wanted to make money at this, some of the other sites are a little better about that, like Redbubble and Teespring, which are really designed more for selling. This is just as fine for just doing something for yourself or for a loved one, for a friend, as much as selling. But that would be the price that they would list. And
Scott, I'm looking at the inset. Does that mean you have the option of putting something on the back of the shirt too?
yes, you could. Yeah. Yeah, let me go back there. And if I go back here, I could edit the design, and I could add something back there too. So maybe I'll just add one more cicada image. Throw that in there again. Or maybe I want to just throw a whole bunch of them in there and just really give you the impression what an infestation we had of these.
Is there an increased cost if you do the back also?
No, you're really paying for the clothing itself. So yeah, and I can just rotate some of these. This one I could rotate the other way. This one I could completely flip like that. So yeah. And that would be on the back. Move these around as much as I want. And also go with the color I want, if I want to keep these that green theme I'm going with. And there you go. So that's just one example. I don't want to spend a whole time working on something that I would want to do. I know, Pam, you had mentioned a sort of family reunion type t-shirt. Before I move to that, I might do that on another site just so you have some other examples to go with. Does anybody have any other questions about Zazzle?
Scott, do they have tote bags in Zazzle?
Yeah.
That you can do the same thing in the tote bag?
I believe they do. Let me go back to the homepage. The products on here are just enormous in terms of the different types of things. So here are, what you would do, Claudia, is just probably just go in and type in tote bags. And yeah, there you go. So you could create your own tote bag here. So there you go. All right. Let me take you to Cafe Press. And here you just go up and you hit create your own. So let's say I'm trying to see if they make unisex t-shirts for something like a big event where you're going to have t-shirts for everybody. I'm not sure I'm seeing them. But let's say we just go to, say, or maybe usually when they do it for everybody, they probably just do it a men's, and then just you can create different sizes. But let's say we're going to go with something like this, and you've got different custom colors. So Pam, is there a color you'd want to use?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. And
Okay.
really, we're celebrating milestone birthdays. So I'm going to call it Big Ass Birthday Bash.
Oh, what fun. Okay. That's, I love that. I can appreciate that. I turned 60 in a month, so.
I turned 65 in 2 months.
Okay. Okay. So let's say we're going to go with this design, and why don't we just make these all large? And I'm just trying to see if you can find these in bulk. You know, it's just one size, but let's say we want to do like a bunch of them. And from there, we just add text. So Big Ass Birthday Bash. Maybe since this is a adjective in this case, we'll hyphenate it. And from there, we can pick the colors we want to go with. And the font. Should let you play with the font, I believe. I'm just trying to find where.
I would think it should be in fat letters.
Yeah. Let me look at this again. Yeah, you would think they would let you play with the, oh, there we go. Here we go. Okay, so if you go here, there is all kinds of fun fonts that you can work with. So maybe you want to go with something like this. I'm also wondering, yeah, it doesn't look like it lets you play with the, if I went here and I wanted to just say birthday bash and make that a little, yeah, it doesn't let you do that. Be great if you could have the text in different sizes within here, but there you go. You've got your big text here. And if you want to then add an image, go there and add in any kind of image you want to put in there and review it, and it's good to go. And here you can make changes if you want. And if you don't like the alignment, you could go with something like that. Yeah. All right. So there, and again, you can just play around with all of this and try the different sites too, to see which one is gonna fit your needs the best. Creating something costs you nothing. Signing up costs you nothing. You don't pay anything until you actually order the items themselves. Okay. I want to go to Spreadshirt really quick. This is the one I told you about. It looks like a lot of hipsters and everything like that, but I just want to go here and see if there is pet clothing for Debbie. I don't know that they have anything for your pet, but they do have some fun clothes. There are a lot of things on here that have already been made that you can then, and this is one where you can sell what you create. So here, if you go to best sellers, you'll see these are things that people have created. But let's say you want to create your own. And let's say we're going to create a sweatshirt. So I'm going to click on that, and I can go into design. And you'll see in here, I've got all kinds of options. And I think down here we go. Debbie, is it a dog you want to do or a cat? I think you're on mute, Debbie.
I probably download my dog's picture. or my
Okay,
dog's
well,
pictures on my dogs.
let's see if I can sort of do a simulation of that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I can go into here and I can upload a picture of, do I have a picture of Maggie?
She's adorable.
There we go. So I got a picture of Maggie here, and, or no, I like this one. Although I don't know if the resolution is great, but okay, agreed. So it will probably ask you if you own this photo. Now,
Is it in the wrong, is it a PDF?
no, I think it might just be, I took that with my cell phone, so it could be that it's just not
Yeah.
high enough resolution. Let me see if this works. Okay, there we go. That was why it just, yeah. So there you can upload a picture of your pet. You can go with whatever color you want.
Are you gonna say daddy's girl on it?
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. She's actually mommy's girl. She prefers her mommy to me, but
Or treats, that's all.
yeah, but and there you go. And again, you've got all kinds of options for fonts. And you can sort of center it. I just usually eyeball it a little bit to make sure it's where I want it. And if you need to edit the photo in any way, you can do something like that. Or this is what I like, is that you can sort of do a really nice frame of some sort for it. So say I want to do something like this. And I click done. So there you go. That just makes it a little bit of, you know, more than just a square photo that sits on there. You can, and then you can just save your draft. And of course, I need to log in to do that, which I haven't, but let's pretend I have. And then I can, should allow me to preview this, but I'm not seeing it. But here, if you wanted to sell something like this, this would be all set up for you. And you could then share this. You basically, they set it up for you to market if you want. So if you want to create something that you want to sell, you can either email it to your friends and say, hey, I made this. If you'd like it, I could share it on Facebook or Twitter, or if you have a Pinterest account, you could do it there. And you can see here, it even allows you some options for colors. It's available in 4 colors. So let's say I share this to Facebook. And I think it has to be linked up to my Facebook account, but there we go. I could just post this straight to my Facebook page and I'm not sure how much of a cut. Let me see what they say here, how much of a cut they take, but you can actually create your own t-shirt store here if you wanted to do that. And here are your selling options. You can sell, open your own t-shirt store, or just put it on their marketplace. And again, it's very easy to just order these if you want to order your own. So this would just be in my cart, and I could I'm just going to remove these. This was from a previous class. This is somebody who was in a club they called the Martini Girls. Okay, but I am going to add this to my cart, and I'll get the price. And if you wanted to order several of these, you could. Does get kind of pricey with sweatshirts, but if I wanted to order 4 of these, I could. And you can order various sizes. So Pam, this might really work for creating your reunion, because you can do different sizes. And so a lot of fun here. Whoops. Okay. All right. What questions can I answer for folks?
Let's let's say I want to make a T-shirt with a quote I like.
Yeah.
Is there any what do you call that? Infringement of using
Copyright.
Copyright. Yeah.
So that is a really good question, because they do have some licensing deals now with quotes that you like. You know, I haven't done a whole lot of research into, there was one I did as a demo of a John Lennon quote. And I don't know whether I would be, it's just a quote. I don't know that it was ever copyrighted. It was just something he said publicly. Trying to remember what it was. I think it was say something like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't know who originally said that, but if you wanted to throw something like that on there, I think it'd be okay. If it's a really old quote, like something that Socrates said or something like that, you're in safe territory there. But did you have something in mind, Pam, like a specific person?
No, I just collect quotes and I just want to do something with them. I don't know.
Yeah. I think unless you're taking it straight from a song, lyric or something like that, and even that may fall under fair use. It depends on how much you plan to capitalize on it. But I think with something like this, if you took, say, I Want to Hold Your Hand, the old Beatles song, right? That is just a sentence, right? I could say that to my wife, and I don't think I'm infringing on the Beatles copyright. You could throw that on there, and I think it'd be fine. So a lot of it's a case by case thing. But if you're going to sell a bunch of those, trying to think of a very unique song title or book title, or if you put maybe something like The Grapes of Wrath on a t-shirt, I'm not sure what the law would be on that. you might want to check into that. I'm sure if you do a Google search, you'd be able to find out what constitutes fair use and what might be an issue, especially if you're planning on selling them. But yeah. One other thing that a lot of these incidentally have, a lot of these sites, is licensing deals with different, well, here, you can see here, you've got the Batman logo, right? Or you've got Harry Potter. So here is a whole bunch. If you just want it, and I don't know how much you can customize these, but here is an example of a Hogwarts from Harry Potter t-shirt that somebody has created that you can order yourself. These are just licensing deals that Spreadshirt, in this case, Zazzle has these too, has solidified with some of the movie studios and yeah, pretty much people like Warner Brothers and Marvel Comics and places like that. So you have a grandchild who's really into, say, the Avengers or Batman, you could go in there and create something like that. I think, in fact, if you go to Zazzle, you might be able to just go into designs. I'm not sure.
Scott, I'm a part of another craft group,
Yeah.
and the only thing I would throw out is Disney will absolutely come after you if you try to sell their stuff.
Disney will?
Disney. That's what I've been reading. I haven't tried to create anything of theirs. So, the Disney name might cover a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know. But that's something to look, for users to look for if they want to sell, Baby Yoda or anything, or whoever that guy is.
The other one I know that is really litigious on this kind of stuff is DC Comics. They're the publisher of Superman and Batman, and I actually read about some people who got really in trouble, sort of borrowing from the Superman logo, but using a different wording, like Super Mom or something like that. And they are very, just on the fonts they use and everything, they are very protective of that material. So that is one thing you need to watch. On here, though, with the licensing deals, you might be able to be in a little safer territory. So let's say you want to create, and I'm just looking here to see if they enable you to go in and say, I'm not sure who they have on here. They let you do Marvel. Yeah, I'm not sure. But you can buy, I don't know how much you can customize, but they do have these licensing deals. So seeing if they have it. Yeah, here you can make say a Spider-Man tie for somebody, and it does allow you to edit the design a little bit. So you could add some text here if you wanted to customize it a little bit. And whether they let you sell this or not, I don't know. Say I'm just adding some text there, which you can't see, but all right. And then I hit done. And not sure whether I can sell this or not. That would take a little bit of exploration on how much you can customize and sell, but But if you wanted to give something like this as a gift, say you've got, I know I have a nephew who is a huge Spider-Man fan. I could create this, maybe customize it a little bit and make that for him. Yeah.
Looks like if you click on that Marvel Comics, it might tell you something about
Yeah.
how much you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Here we go. An official shop for licensed merchandise. And here you can see this is, looks like, yeah, this is designed for you, but you can edit the design if, say, you've got a grandchild who's turning 8 in this case, or yeah. But I haven't really looked to see what the restrictions are on something like this. But you are able to at least customize it. Here you get into it. Here is, if you go back, let me do that again and see what it says. Yeah, well, I won't bore you with me looking into this, but when it says officially licensed, it shows all the options you have there, and probably somewhere in here it would tell you what the restrictions are. Maybe in help center or something like that. Okay. Any other questions I can answer?
Scott, when
Yes,
you
Mike.
order, what is the normal turnaround time to receive it?
Sometimes they will tell you, sometimes they don't give you much, but let's go here. And here's my cicada shirt. And if I proceed to check out for this, I think in this case, it doesn't tell you until you actually order it. The standard, I know on some of the other sites where it does do that, is 5 to 7 business days. I will really quickly show you another site, Canva. The only thing you can do on here, besides maybe coffee mugs or something like that, are t-shirts. But if you create your own t-shirt, say you're going to do this for Father's Day, and you want to print it. Okay. All right. This is for men, not women, but okay. And there you go. And if you, this is $25, or you can just go with one side and do that, which reduces the cost. And you can get it within 5 to 8 business days, and Canva has free delivery. If you want it in a rush, it adds a lot to the cost, but. And we have a lot of classes on using Canva for all kinds of things. This is a pretty handy site, but it also allows you to do a lot of customization, things like that. Okay.
Are you
Okay.
going to do a Photoshop class, or have you?
As a matter of fact, yes. We have both a Photoshop basics that just gets you started on how to use some of the very basic settings on there, and then we are launching a Photoshop intermediate class as well. The other thing, Pam, you might be interested in, if you want to go with a less expensive route, is we do have a Photoshop mobile apps class that all of those are free. So if you wanted to play with those on your tablet, if you've got an iPad or something like that, or on your smartphone, you can download those apps and create things on there using photos that you've got sitting on your smartphone or things like that. It's pretty cool, the things that you can do on there. And it's all free to make the designs on there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there aren't any other questions. One other thing to let you know about is on some of these sites, they have some of their own customized or their own stock photographs, things like that. But if you don't like anything you find there are some other places to find free art, including a site called Pixabay. And that not only has stock photographs, but stock illustrations, cartoons, vector images, things like that. Same with this one, free PNG image, which is a lot of just clip art, things like that. And then Vexels, same type of thing. So if you ever wanted to just create something using something a little more to your liking, you can go and try these. And again, you can expect to pay anywhere from $20 to $50 per item plus shipping. In some cases, the shipping is free, and some services will, even if they do charge for shipping, if you're doing a bulk order, they will definitely do free shipping on it. So again, most of the sites allow you to create t-shirts and other apparel using a variety of templates and layouts, and it'll allow you to create these things completely from scratch using your own text and images, or they'll have some designs on there, some of which you can kind of customize yourself. And there are some that require a minimum number of orders, but others let you order a single item. So just watch when you're playing around with these to see what the policies are there. Okay. So just to, if you do end up creating something and you'd like to share it, we would love to see it. You can share that on your own social media feed, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you're using. If you don't mind ever giving us a shout out to tell people where you learned how to do it, our hashtag is #GetSetup. You can also always drop Liz a line at liz@getsetup.io and let her know that you've created something. You can even share a picture of it. She's always looking to showcase on our own blog and our own Facebook page, as well as LinkedIn, things that our learners have created. And upcoming classes, we have one on for house music lovers on dancing and chat as well. There is a mindful chair yoga class coming up, and then Chihuly inspired. If you are a fan of the art of Chihuly, you can take this class. It's inspired alcohol ink paintings on glass. And my next classes, I have another one coming up in about a half an hour on making personalized Father's Day gifts. And a lot of that will involve some of these same sites, but things that are really geared toward Father's Day. And then on Monday, I've got a class on making a photographic slideshow with music, and you can do that online. That one's a lot of fun too. And also, I didn't get it on here, but I also would love to invite you to join us for the photo challenge of the week. I'm just looking to see if I've got a slide on that. We are having a fun event now called the photo challenge of the week. Just calling up that slideshow to see if I can. And I'm gonna get out of that. Sorry, folks, I just want to let you know. You know what I'll do is just include that in the class notes that I'm going to send out, but it is very fun. We're not having this again until the 18th, but it is a really fun get together where we share photos based on a certain theme. The next theme is sunsets. And if you would like to join us for that, I'll have all the information included in the class notes on how to sign up for the session. It's not really a class, it's more just a get together, and how to submit your photo that you want to share. We vote for a winner each time, and the winner gets a free Get Set Up t-shirt. So hope you can join us for that. Again, I'll have that information for you in the class notes. And again, let me go back here. If you would like to invite a friend when you book a class, we've got that all set up for you. Very easy to do. Just tell a friend then via Facebook, WhatsApp, or email. We'll send you the class notes with all those takeaways. You can recommend the class very easily from here. You can view the entire schedule of classes. We'll also have some recommendations. And we have our feedback form. And it has a 5-star rating on it, and also a place for 5-star rating system. And also a place for comments, anything you liked about the class, didn't, and a place for suggesting any other classes that you'd like to see us offer. Anything you'd like to learn, let us know. And again, if you would like to host an interest group of some sort, just a discussion group with other learners on Get Set Up, you can email us and ask about it at help@getsetup.io. You can also suggest a new class that way by emailing us. If you know of an organization that might want to partner with us to deliver classes to a specific population, you can let us know via email. And you can also, again, request a recording of this session by doing that. So thank you very much for being here. Enjoyed spending Saturday morning with you, and hope to see you at a class again soon.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Good luck with those t-shirts, Pam.
Thanks, I'll need it.
Okay, take
Thank you.
care.
Enjoyed it.
Okay, thanks, Millie. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.